Hello there. One of the greatest privileges that I've experienced in my life thus far is that of parenting. If you're a parent, a parental figure, or a guardian out there, I'm sure that you can attest to this. And one major lesson that I have learned is that parenting is actually a caretaker's assignment. We are doing this on behalf of God, and we must handle it with a sense of responsibility if we want to meet His expectations of us. But what exactly are His expectations of us? In order for us to parent well, we must know this. So today, I would like to briefly discuss some of them. Of course, this is not an exhaustive list, but I believe this is a good start. Number one is care. That's it. You and I are expected to take care of our children. It is our duty. This includes providing what is necessary for their health, their welfare, and their maintenance, among other things. This is a great demand that God has placed upon you and I as parents. In fact, no one should love for our children or care for them more than we do. Be concerned about your children's well-being at all times. Don't assume that they are okay. Make sure that they are okay. Caring for our children means listening to them. Stop shutting your children down. Stop shutting your children out. Give them the room to be open and honest with you about everything and anything that's on their mind. This gives you an opportunity to get to know them well, and it also gives you an opportunity to correct any wrong perspectives on life that they may have. And caring for your children also means encouraging them and acknowledging their feelings. Number two, training. This includes molding their character and doing all we can to bring out the best in each of our children. Training requires discipline, but please don't be excessive about it. Training also requires control. It includes teaching them skills and instilling the right values and behaviors in them so that they can end up having a fulfilling life and so that they can become value-adding citizens wherever they are found. Teach them to be responsible, respectful, and resourceful, among other things. Teach them to be disciplined, spirit, soul, and body. Train them up in the nurture and admonition that comes from the Lord. One thing to note is that every child is a blank canvas, and training them appropriately is what causes the beauty in them to come out. Number three, direction. The Bible likens children to arrows that are placed in the hands of a mighty warrior. The same way an arrow is placed in a bow and pointed in a specific direction, you and I as parents are expected to point our children in the right direction so they do not miss out on fulfilling their purpose on the earth. They are meant to hit a target that God expects of them. And for them to do this, you and I have a part to play. See the potential in your children and direct them appropriately. If our children lack direction, they will end up at the wrong destination in life. Please note that directing our children does not mean manipulating them or forcing them to do something. In fact, the direction that you give to your children should be based on the direction that you receive from God. Number four, protection. You and I are meant to be watchmen and watchwomen over our children. We must keep an edge of defense around them, spirit, soul, and body. I'm sure you'll agree with me that there are so many pollutants out there aimed at our children, from the media to the wrong association to evil people lurking around and so much more. In fact, the things that we are to defend our children against keeps getting more and more complicated by the day. Please watch your children. Watch the things they listen to. Watch the books and resources they read. Watch the movies or shows that they watch on television. Watch the company that they keep. Watch everything about them so you can defend them appropriately. Anything that makes you uncomfortable should not be tolerated. The safety of your child should be of utmost priority to you, so please don't pass this responsibility on to someone else. So did you get that? Some of God's expectations for us include caring for our children, training them appropriately, defending them when necessary, and protecting them. I believe that any additional point you can think of should fall under these four expectations. As I round up, I would like to add the importance of understanding each phase of your child's life and adjusting yourself to that phase. If you have toddlers, young children, preteens, teenagers, or even adult children, understand the phase of life that they are at right now and interact with them based on that phase. Don't treat your 10-year-old like a 5-year-old. Don't treat your teenager like a 10-year-old. And treat your adult children like adults. Pick up some resources and learn from others about how to interact with your children based on the level of life that they are at right now. This will help you in establishing a strong bond with your child. Of course, for you and I to meet God's expectations, we need His involvement and His help. Parenting cannot be done in the energy of the flesh. While I'm an advocate of picking up resources and learning from others, please don't interact with your children solely based on what others have done with their children. Don't interact with them solely based on the books that you have read. Make sure at every point in time you go to the one who created your children and put them in your care. Ask Him step by step what you must do and be patient enough to listen to what He has to say. And make sure that you carry out His instructions. This is why a close-knit relationship with God must be consciously built and maintained. Because the truth is that the greater your proximity is to God, the greater your distance, the greater your children's distance will be from destruction. I think I've said quite enough today, so I'm going to stop here. But if you're a single parent, I want you to know that all this still applies to you. Don't lose hope and don't give up. God still has the best interest of your children at heart. I trust Him to send you all the support that you need as He continues to empower you on this parenting journey. You will not fail and your children will be outstanding in Jesus' name. If you desire to be a parent, I'll also like to encourage you, have faith in God and keep trusting Him for your miracle. I know that He will not fail you. I know that He will fulfill that deep desire of your heart in Jesus' name. I do hope that these tips have added some kind of value to your life. If you need any kind of help, please ensure that you prayerfully seek godly counsel. I wish you God's best in your marriage, in your family life, and particularly in your parenting journey. Thank you so much for watching.